to the concert. I don't need to tell you who you're seeing in front of you because we have parents of all of our families, of our young students. These are our beginners, for those of you watching at home. These guys started with instruments, I think we're on lesson number 11. So it's been a couple months that we've been doing this. They started not knowing how to hold instruments in many cases, and in these past couple of weeks, with 7 courses under our belt, they have learned 10 different songs, all using the first 5 notes that they've learned, and we're very excited to present them to you. We will, let me see here. We tell them it's their very first concert, but it's also kind of like a demonstration. It's let's show you how we do things in band. And so we've kind of developed this system to learn notes, because many of our students, when they pick up their instruments, they didn't necessarily read notes or rhythms, and we told them, yeah, we can take care of it, and this is how we do. I will show you how we count, how we do our clapping and our counting and our note naming. So bear with us. We're gonna show you a little bit about how we do that. Before we do anything, we're gonna let you know up first the 5 notes that you're gonna hear them play. If you ever hear your students at home and they're just playing, believe it or not, that's part of the system. When we have them hold notes for a long time, it helps them develop their muscles and their ear, and their breathing, and everything kind of happens when there's natural long tones. So we're going to do the first 5 notes. I know it's a weird thing to be excited about how they rest, but it's really important in music that we're not playing in our rests. So very pleased with that. Now, when we go to read notes in music, there's a couple things we do. Our book is set really nicely. They give you the counts. We count, clap, tap, so you might, not very often, because once we get the rhythms, we don't really have to do it every time, but when we need a new rhythm, we count and clap and say the rhythms and tap our toe. So we're going to do that with the first song that you're going to hear, but it's just going to be count, clapping, tapping. So this is number 13, right? No, we're not. figure out the rhythm, how they need to use their air. So we sizzle the rhythm, such as this. And then, after we put the sizzling down, we ask them to say their note names while doing their slide positions, or their fingerings, or their valves, or the air mallets back there. This way, even if they know, oh my gosh, I know that's a B flat, they get to do it, say it over and over again, so when they go to material that's less familiar, they will have these skills in place. It's super important. I still, when you're in my band, I still make them sizzle sometimes. These are just life skills. It's the way we found after doing this for some years between Mr. Lyons and I as well. These are the ways that we found really help them learn their music and those mysterious note names. And you're going to hear a lot of different names being, the letters being said at the same time, because it's too long to explain. But don't be alarmed. You should be hearing different letter names, because some of our instruments use different letter names for their first 5 notes. And now you will hear what all that comes together to sound like. Mr. Lyons.
So after they do all that really hard work at home, you get to come up and use the baton, and this is the easy part, this is the fun part. I get to stand here and wave the baton, and they all get to sound beautiful. It's great. This first one that we're going to play, it is called That One Song. It's called That One Song. We had a competition, and we decided that we would rename it. The book name on this one was kind of lame, so we decided we would take some different options from what the kids thought it sounded like, and our band came up with That One Song. We voted on it, and it was the winner. So we're going to go ahead and play That One Song. Every one of our songs is going to feature one of our instrument groups, and the first group that's going to be featured is our percussion section, who are all playing their xylophones this evening. So here we are with That One Song. All the other instrument families, they get to stand up and be recognized, but percussion always stand up, so they get to wave their mallets in a very queen-like fashion, like royalty back there in the back. All right, so by this time, hopefully everyone has developed a regular practice schedule, whether that's after homework or right before dinner or maybe after dinner. It's important to have a schedule and a set time to do the practicing week after week. I have a 7th grader and a freshman in high school, so we've kind of crossed that gap between just beginning band students at my house, and we're kind of into more of the advanced beginning stages of band. So, but this really worked at our house, that we made sure that we set a schedule, and Monday is scouts, Tuesday is this, Thursday is that, and after Wednesday at this time, we always did practice, and that seemed to work the best, and it really eliminated that argument of, it's time to go practice. No, I don't want to go practice. Well, it's Wednesday at 5 o'clock. That's what time you practice. That's what we agreed to. So it really takes that out of the realm of argument. Not that any band student would ever argue about practicing. The other thing that has worked for us, and I don't know about what you guys all do for your electronic time, is we always made sure that the students would do their practicing first in order to sort of earn their electronic time. So just a couple hints that have worked for me and my family. Maybe you can develop something that would work for yours, but getting a regular practice schedule is really important. So make sure that you get a regular practice routine. And now we will go ahead and introduce our Rolling Along, and the Rolling Along will feature the saxophones and the French horns. This evening. All right, so make sure as part of the practicing, as well as setting the schedule, that we make a real habit of recording the weekly practice minutes. By now, I think most students are using the back cover for their practice minutes. They're logging up their minutes, so it really helps us keep track of the progress each and every week. So go ahead and fill that out, and just like those reading logs, the parent signature or the parent's initials at the end really help us to know how much practicing has been going on at home. It really helps us help your child, because practicing 20 minutes and not understanding it means something else than practicing 2 hours and not understanding it. So it really helps us help your child if we get the practice chart filled out. And at our lessons, we also talk a lot about posture. So when you're at home practicing, part of practicing is having good posture. So check on your students every now and again. Make sure they're not slouching on their bed, propping up their music on a pillow, things like that. Having a nice seat, nice straight back, how you see most of the children performing this evening. That's how they want to be practicing at home. So make sure that you check in on them every once in a while. And it's also a nice idea to ask them, what is your practicing this week? Are there any songs that I might recognize? Things like that really help develop that bond between parent and child, kind of into partnership. All right. And now, hot cross buns, perennial favorite. Now, featuring the half counts and our low brass students, our tubas, euphoniums, and our trombones. Where I would be if I wasn't for these flutes in the front row, I tell you. And we're very, very fortunate this year to have equal or good representation from all three of those instruments in the low brass section. We've got 4 tuba players down there in the bottom, bringing out the low sounds. We got some euphoniums on the end, and we got some trombones. Those 3 instruments really help make the backbone of the band. So if you've ever been to one of our older concerts, without those low pitches, the band won't sound as good. So hopefully you enjoy listening to the half counts featuring the tubas and the euphoniums and the trombones. enjoy it. All right, we've got one more that I'm going to help feature, and that is the trumpets, and they're going to go ahead and be featured playing the Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Before I'm finished, just one thing, because I know I get to teach all of our percussion students, we are all very, very close to being ready to do both our xylophone with our mallets and our snare pad. So very soon after Thanksgiving break, some students at the first lesson after the Thanksgiving break, those students know who they are, and the other students, the second lesson after Thanksgiving break, we're going to go ahead and start doing some practice pad as well. Just know that when we start doing practice pad, it's kind of like the true instrument, so we need to make sure that we're practicing the xylophone and the mallets as well. Don't want to forget about that. All right, now we can go ahead and feature Go Tell Aunt Rhody, played by our trumpet section.
At this time, I will give a little break. I'd like to extend a thanks to our boost organization, Parents Instrumental Music Association, and I know my inbox, mail inbox, Gmail inbox has gotten a couple of messages from them lately. We are in a very fun time now. We're doing a poinsettia fundraiser. The kids, if they participated last in October, there was an event at Klein High. Right after we get back from winter break, they sponsor another activity, a roller skating party. There are behind the scenes support system. They, in addition to putting together the fabulous bake sale that you hopefully will get a chance to visit afterwards, they support us financially with things such as the social activities. We have a summer scholarship program for our incoming 7th graders for private lessons, and for our incoming 8th graders, we have scholarships for sleepaway summer band camps. All of this is possible through fundraising, what is the word I'm like? Fundraising. Just fundraising by FEMA, and we're just very grateful to them. You don't always see them around, but you wouldn't see what you do here without them. I do know, public service announcement, we are looking, just saying, for a representative from Forest Road to, all you would have to do is you would be a liaison between the Forest Road PTC and FEMA. I think we have maybe 2 more meetings, FEMA meetings left this year, so Forest Road runner families, if you are interested, please let us know. There's so much more. Oh, spirit wear. We had, just this year, we introduced a kind of a regularly mandated spirit wear t-shirt for everybody who's in the District 102 band orchestra program to have. This debuted at our 6th graders about a month ago to an orchestra concert. We all wore our t-shirts, and it was great to see all of our students in their t-shirts. We had some compliments from some of the ushers who were at the concert. So make sure you get them. We will, the students do, they'll be doing, these guys will be doing a concert at their schools in the spring. We'll be wearing our spirit wear then. Additionally, I think they plan, the Ink Your Wear, our sponsor, our vendor, will be doing a couple of different items for winter, maybe, a scarf or something. Anyway, so keep checking the website for Ink Your Wear, and visit our FEMA website. There should be if you are interested in any of this, there should be a QR code in the program. Just take you right there. Here's my bit of business. If your child is not going to be at Wednesday morning rehearsals, if you do request that you let us know. We don't get attendance lists from the elementary school, so if you just let us know by email, that is very helpful. We are going to try something out where not everybody in the band is playing the same thing at the same time. We're going to do a duet. It's called Split Decision. And the notes are going to sound the same, but the rhythms that they're playing are a little bit different. It's kind of like a war between the brass and a partnership between the brass and the percussion and woodwinds. This is Split Decision. Wednesday rehearsals will continue from now through the end of the year. So just keep that early on Tuesday night going in your house. We will continue all the way probably until I think the second week of May. We do continue rehearsals. Really quick, coming into winter break, it's a nice time. I know Kia Music sometimes has a holiday gift guide. It's also a nice time to check to make sure our swabs still there. I'm still working with reads that are still good. So kind of take a little look around some stocking stuffer ideas from Kia Music, and just watch out. I'm sure they send you guys get the emails. We don't really get those emails. Our next song will feature our clarinet section. This is called March Steps, and this was, when we got to this one, it was notable because every single note that they play, that the band play, are different notes or fingerings or slide positions. So this was a little bit challenging, and our clarinets do a great job with this one. So here's March Steps. is exactly that. We have three big sections of the band, our percussion, our woodwinds, and our brass. Each of them get about 4 notes at a time, so they have to do their 4 notes and leave room, and again, count their rests and leave room for the other sections to come in and take over. So, fingers crossed, we'll see how this one goes. This is, we listen to our section. So that last note. This is our second to last song. We are very excited. This is Likely Road. Do not breathe after that question. Get set to for their performance the second half. So this is Julie.
our junior high jazz band. These are all 7th and 8th grade students, so they have been playing 3 or 4 years. There will be a lot of progress that is made in a very short amount of time, and I think that's one of the neatest things about this concert is you get to see how far the students will come in a very, very short time. Hopefully all the students stick with it and have aspirations of continuing next year. They learn so much, so very, very fast. The first tune that we're going to play for you is entitled Fat Burger, and we have 4 students making their debut as an improvisational soloist this evening, so that means they're going to be making it up as they go. And the first soloist we have is Eleanor Bartholomew on the flute. Our second soloist will be Ben Crandall on the trumpet. Our third soloist will be Seamus Ford on the alto saxophone. And our final soloist will be Nick Longfield. So give him a big, big round of applause. Thank you very much for coming to our performance this evening. Can we give our beginning band students another round of applause for starting their music? Mrs. Flanagan and I are both parents of band students, and we know that it's not easy all the time to continue motivating the students. So I would like us to give you guys all a big round of applause for everything that you do to support your children. So let's give all of our parents a round of applause. They might not thank you tonight, they might not thank you tomorrow, but someday they will thank you for making them or encouraging them to do music. We're going to go ahead and play one more jazz band tune. This one's is called Basically the Blues. It is sort of a takeoff of one of the most famous jazz musicians, Count Basie, and it's in the swing style and the blues. Hope you enjoy it. We have a tenor saxophone solo in the middle by a wonderful young tenor saxophone student named Harvey Marks. So hope you enjoy this one called Basically the Blues. I've been informed that please give all of the musicians just a moment to exit the auditorium before you exit. It'll give them a chance to put away all those valuable instruments and make it to the bake sale as quickly as possible. So again, just go ahead and give a moment to exit the auditorium at the conclusion of the performance. Thank you.